like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so welcome to another deep dive.
I'm excited for this one.
Me too. Today we're gonna be looking at Aubrey Plaza and Jeff Baena.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of both of them, both together separately.
Yeah.
I think they're both incredibly talented. But yeah, so they're kind of known for their dark humor.
Yeah, they are.
Both on screen and off screen. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be looking at a people.com article.
Okay.
And it basically chronicles their 13-year relationship together. So it really goes deep. And it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It really goes from a playful first meeting all the way to, them building this really lasting relationship and navigating show business, being partners and collaborators.
Yeah. It's a fascinating story, really.
Yeah.
Makes you think about how shared passions shape, not just your work,
right,
but also your personal life.
Yeah, and how those things can kind of intertwine and kind of affect each other. So
right.
We know that they met back in 2011.
Okay.
And this was also the same year that Plaza split from Michael Cera.
Oh, interesting.
Who you may remember him. He was her kind of quirky love interest from Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
So.
And they almost eloped in Vegas.
I know, right?
Rolling Stone had that.
Rolling Stone, yeah. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
Talk about like a sliding doors moment. Had they gone through with that, her life, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, completely different.
Completely different, right? So.
Yeah.
But instead, she met Baena. So.
Right.
And get this, according to GQ, their first encounter was over a game of balderdash.
Oh, wow.
Now, if that doesn't scream Aubrey Plaza love story, I don't know what does.
It really sets the stage. Just the two of them, like just battling it out over these ridiculous definitions, like their humor,
Right.
Already sparking a connection.
Yeah, you can totally see that.
Yeah.
So, so fast forward a few years.
Right.
Their paths intertwine professionally. So Plaza stars in several of Baena's films. We have Life After Beth, The Little Hours, Spin Me Round.
Yeah, and Life After Beth is especially significant because it was his directorial debut.
Right.
Their first major collaboration. So it really kind of marked the beginning of their creative partnership in a way.
Yeah, and Life After Beth actually has kind of an interesting little backstory. Flavor Wire reveals that Baena nearly made the film a decade earlier.
Oh, wow.
With Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah, how different things could have been.
I know, it's crazy.
Makes you wonder how casting Plaza, changed the film's trajectory. Yeah. And actually, she described Life After Beth as kind of a make or break point in their relationship.
Right.
She told Vulture that she's like, we're either going to stay together forever.
Oh, wow.
Or break up after this experience.
Intense.
Yeah.
So it's like they knew this project.
Yeah.
It was going to make or break them.
Yeah.
And thankfully they made it through.
They did.
And their collaboration just deepened from there.
And think about the dynamics at play here too.
Yeah.
They're falling in love while also bringing this a zombie comedy to life.
Right.
It's a high pressure situation.
Yeah, totally.
You have to wonder how that shared experience, strengthened their connection.
Yeah.
Did their individual creative styles, clash, or did they complement each other? We don't know.
Right. And we do have some clues about their working relationship because Baena actually admitted in a Silver Screen Riot interview. Oh, okay.
That he doesn't really bounce ideas off of others. Not even Plaza.
Interesting.
He's more of like a solitary creative force.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is so interesting considering her comments to moviefreak.com.
Okay.
She described working with her partner as an amazing experience.
Oh, okay.
So it seems like
they
found a way to respect each other's creative processes, even if they had kind of different
approaches. Yeah.
Approaches, yeah.
Totally.
So, and it seems like Plaza, she recognized the importance of balancing togetherness with independence. Mm-hmm. She talked to people in 2019 about finding equilibrium.
Okay.
In a relationship where both partners are in the same field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she stressed the importance of individual pursuits, which she said their careers sort of enforce anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a crucial insight for any couple,
Right.
especially those who share a profession.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You need to have that space for personal growth.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Even as you're navigating, shared goals and ambitions.
Right. Right. And this is something that we're going to explore further, as we kind of delve into
Yeah.
their public persona and how they navigated,
Right.
the complexities of being a high-profile couple.
Because, as you know, they were notoriously private.
They were.
But even in the rare kind of, public appearances and stuff, they gave these little,
Right.
interesting glimpses into their connection.
Right. Like remember that Valentine's Day post,
Yeah,
Plaza shared in 2020
Yeah.
with the one where she's playfully holding a dagger to Baena on set.
Yes. It reveals their shared sense of humor
Right.
and this little, lighthearted dynamic between them.
Yeah. It was great. And then there's that casual marriage announcement.
Oh, yeah.
That took everyone by surprise.
Cool.
In 2021, while she was promoting Spin Me Around, she casually refers to Baena as her darling husband
Oh, wow.
on Instagram.
Okay.
And then GQ later revealed that they actually tied the knot
Wow.
in a quickie ceremony back in 2020.
So they kept their marriage secret.
I know.
No.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like they were very intentional about protecting their privacy
Yeah.
and choosing to reveal
Yeah.
personal details on their own terms.
Totally.
What?
Which is kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
In a world where, celebrities often feel pressured to
Share everything.
share every aspect of their lives,
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And in a GQ interview, Plaza talked about, relating to the peaks and valleys of long-term relationships.
Yeah.
It reminds us that even these seemingly perfect couples
Right.
face challenges.
Yes.
Even those in the spotlight are just navigating the same ups and downs as the rest of us.
Right. They are. And it's a reminder that even those picture-perfect relationships,
Yeah.
even in Hollywood, they have their own
Totally, yeah.
complexities.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
makes you wonder, if that intentional privacy was part of what kind of helped their relationship thrive for so long.
I mean, yeah, it's an interesting thought, right? Because by keeping their personal life, separate from the public eye,
Right.
they might have created a safe space
Yeah.
where their relationship could kind of grow organically away from the pressures and expectations of
Right.
Hollywood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they drew a clear line between their creative collaborations
Right.
and their personal connection.
Yeah.
Which, allowed them to kind of navigate both with more clarity.
It also speaks to their individual personalities, don't you
Right.
think? Plaza is known for her dry wit and her deadpan humor.
Yeah.
And Baena is often described as, more reserved
Right.
and introspective.
Yeah.
So it seems like their differences, both in their personalities and their creative styles,
Right.
might have actually contributed to their compatibility.
Yeah, like two pieces of a puzzle fitting together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And their differences
Right.
might balance each other out.
Yeah,
Creating a whole that was greater than the sum of its parts.
exactly. And that's what makes their story so compelling, right?
Yeah.
It challenges this notion that, successful couples need to be perfectly aligned
Right.
in every way.
Yeah.
Plaza and Baena's partnership suggests that sometimes it's the differences
Right.
that create the spark.
Now, we know they collaborated on several films,
Mm-hmm.
but do you think there were ever times when their professional lives kind of clashed with their personal relationship? Yeah.
After all, working with a romantic partner can be a recipe for disaster
Right.
if you're not careful.
It's a valid question.
Yeah.
Remember that Silver Screen Riot interview
Right.
where Baena said he prefers to work in isolation?
Yeah.
He specifically said he doesn't even bounce ideas off Plaza.
I know.
Yeah.
And yet she described their collaboration as an amazing experience.
Right.
In moviefreak.com. So,
Yeah, it seems like they had different approaches to the creative process.
yeah.
Which, could have easily led to conflict.
Right.
But it seems like they found a way to navigate those differences. Perhaps they established clear boundaries, between work and personal time.
Right.
Or maybe they just, learned to respect each other's creative space.
Maybe that emphasis that Plaza put on balance that she mentioned in that People interview, if they both valued those independent pursuits,
Yeah.
maybe that helped them to not kind of step on each other's toes professionally. Yeah. It's a fascinating dynamic.
Yeah.
It really suggests that, their ability to function both as a unit and as individuals
Right.
was key to their success, both as a couple and as collaborators.
It makes you think about, the lessons we can all learn from their approach.
Totally.
Right. In any relationship.
Yeah.
Romantic, professional,
Doesn't matter.
respecting boundaries, allowing space for individual growth.
Absolutely. Recognizing that even in the closest partnerships,
Right.
each person needs room to breathe,
Yes.
to pursue their own interests.
Yeah.
It's this delicate dance between togetherness
Yes.
and independence that can make a relationship truly thrive.
And it seems like Plaza and Baena, they mastered that dance
They really did.
in their own unique way.
Their story reminds us that, true partnership
Right.
isn't about erasing individualities.
Right.
It's about celebrating them
Yeah.
and finding ways to kind of weave them together
Yeah.
to create something beautiful and enduring.
And as we kind of continue to explore their story,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how their individual passions continue to shape their relationship
Yeah.
and their creative legacies.
Me too. And what's especially intriguing is how they managed to remain relatively private.
Yes. Yeah.
Despite working in such a public industry.
I know. It's wild. It's like they had this way of keeping focus on their work
Yeah.
rather than their personal lives.
It's almost as if they understood the power of mystery.
Yeah.
By revealing only these little glimpses
Yeah.
of their connection.
Right.
They left audiences wanting more, which only added to their allure.
Mhm. And let's not forget that they were both incredibly talented in their own right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Plaza with her deadpan delivery and her ability to inhabit those wonderfully offbeat characters.
Yep.
And Baena with his knack for crafting these darkly comedic and thought-provoking narratives.
Yeah, they were a force to be reckoned with, both individually and as a couple.
Right.
And their story really serves as a reminder that
Yeah.
sometimes the most enduring partnerships are those that are built on a foundation of mutual respect,
Right.
creative freedom, and a shared sense of humor.
Now, as we move toward the end of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we can kind of reflect on Plaza and Baena's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about their story that resonates so deeply with audiences?
I think it's a combination of factors.
Yeah.
It's their undeniable talent.
Yeah.
It's their unconventional approach to both love and work,
Mm-hmm.
and their ability to maintain a sense of mystery in an age of oversharing.
Right.
I think all of that contributes to their enduring appeal.
And let's not forget, the tragedy of Baena's passing.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It kind of adds another layer of poignancy
It does, yeah.
to their story. It makes their shared journey all the more precious.
It does, you're right. Yeah, their story reminds us that even the most vibrant partnerships
Right.
are finite,
Yeah.
which, makes it all the more important to cherish those connections that we have
Yeah.
while we can.
Yeah, it's a powerful reminder that love, creativity, and life itself
Right.
are all fleeting.
Yeah.
And it makes you want to hold on to those things a little bit tighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. And as we conclude our deep dive, I'm left with a sense of gratitude
yeah.
for the opportunity to kind of explore their journey together.
Right.
It's a story that has inspired me to kind of think differently about partnerships,
Yeah.
about creativity,
Yeah.
about the delicate balance between togetherness and independence.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's definitely it's challenged my assumptions and encouraged me to kind of embrace the beauty of unconventional partnerships.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a reminder that true love can thrive
Yeah.
in the most unexpected places.
It can, yeah.
And that sometimes the greatest strength comes from embracing our differences.
Beautifully said. I hope our listeners are leaving with,
Yeah.
a similar sense of inspiration
Yeah.
and a renewed appreciation for the complexities
Right.
of human connection.
Yeah.
It's
a beautiful sentiment to end on. It's interesting how their individual personalities seem to kind of inform their approach to fame. Plaza with that playful, almost mischievous public persona.
Right.
And Baena, who often remained behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Do you think that dynamic also played a role in how they kind of navigated
I think it's very likely.
Yeah.
Plaza's willingness to kind of engage with the public,
Right.
even if on her own terms,
Right.
might have acted as like a buffer, deflecting some of the pressure and scrutiny that often comes with these high-profile relationships.
Yeah.
And because it's more reserved nature,
Yeah.
Might have provided a sense of stability and grounding.
Yeah, it's like they found a way to complement each other, even in the way they
Right.
dealt with the public eye.
Yeah.
They were a united front.
Yeah.
But they also allowed each other the space to be themselves.
Precisely. And that ability to kind of balance individual needs with the demands of a shared public image
Right.
is no small feat.
It's not.
Especially in an industry as image conscious as Hollywood.
Right. Makes you think about the pressures that fame
Yeah.
can put on a relationship.
Totally.
The constant scrutiny, the invasion of privacy, the temptation to kind of play up a certain persona for the cameras.
Right.
It's a lot to navigate,
Yeah.
even for the most grounded couples.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Plaza and Baena's commitment to privacy.
Right.
Their refusal to conform to the typical Hollywood mold
Right.
is all the more remarkable in that context.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And that authenticity
Right.
is something that resonates with people.
Yeah.
In a world where everything feels increasingly staged and curated,
Totally.
their relationship felt real,
Yeah.
relatable, even inspiring.
You're right. Their story kind of reminds us that it's possible
Yeah.
to find love, to build a life together, even in the midst of the chaos
Right.
and artificiality of Hollywood.
Yes.
It gives us hope that genuine connection can still thrive
Yeah.
in these unexpected places.
And their story also highlights the power of collaboration,
Yes.
of two creative minds coming together to create something
Right.
unique and compelling.
Yeah, they pushed each other.
Yeah.
They inspired each other.
Yeah.
And ultimately left behind a body of work
Right.
that really showcases both their individual talents
Right.
and their shared vision.
And while Baena's passing is a tremendous loss,
It is.
his creative legacy lives on in those films.
It does. It does.
And they serve as a reminder of his talent, his vision, and his unique ability to kind of blend humor with existential dread.
Right.
And Plaza's work continues to evolve.
It does.
Her talent shining brighter with each new project. It's almost as if she carries a piece of their shared journey with her.
Right.
Her performances infused with the wisdom and the humor that defined their collaboration.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are your final thoughts on Aubrey Plaza and Jeff Baena's story? What is it about their journey that resonates most deeply with you?
For me, it's their unwavering commitment to authenticity, to forging their own path, both as individuals and as a couple.
Yeah.
They refuse to let the pressures of fame kind of dictate their choices or compromise their connection.
Right.
They were true to themselves, to their art, and to each other. And that's a powerful legacy to leave behind.
Beautifully said. Their story is a reminder that love and creativity can blossom.
Yeah.
Even in the most unexpected places.
They can.
It's a testament to the power of shared passions, the importance of respecting boundaries, and the enduring strength of genuine connection.
Yeah.
And it leaves us with this sense of hope
Right.
that even in a world that can feel increasingly cynical and superficial,
Yeah.
authenticity and true love
Yeah.
can still prevail.
And perhaps most importantly, their story encourages us to embrace our own individuality, to nurture our own creative passions, and to seek out those connections that make us feel truly seen and understood. Because in the end, that's what makes life worth living.
That is a beautiful sentiment to end on.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Of course. Yeah.
We hope you learned something new.
Yeah.
Felt something deeply, and maybe even found a bit of inspiration to apply to your own life.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get